Greetings, everybody. Greetings. Um, Working on a few stuff here. Just waiting for everybody to show up. We're going to be talking about Elijah McClain and the accountability. I don't quite call it justice because Elijah's not here with us. So we're going to stick with the word accountability. Um, I am reporting to you live from Aurora, Colorado. We're gonna do an outside one today. I feel it's feels good out here, um, and I just wanted to chop it up with you guys today. Um, yeah, we got some things to go over. Let me read some of the comments here. Dragonet, how you doing? Hustler 604. Damn, got work. Guess I'm not sleeping soon. Thanks for going on live. No problem. I told you I would. Uh, Becky O, hello. How are you? How are you, love? How are you? Manny Pants UK, how are you? So pleased when I heard about this. Let's hope they get what they deserve. Absolutely. Um, yes, RIP Elijah McClain. Um, this 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 story, um, this journey, I would say, with the situations with Elijah McClain is really personal to me because it's from my city and it's in my own backyard. And I remember before I even really had a Facebook, I started just recording on or YouTube. I started just recording on Facebook, and Elijah McClain is the reason why I cop watch because we can't afford to have another Elijah McClain or even a Shanine McClain in our neighborhood because um, it's just too much, And it hits home for me because this man lived right up the street from me, and just imagine if a cop watcher was there with him. Um, I don't think that would have went down like that um, because we wouldn't have allowed it to go down like that. Um, and it hits home. It hits home, and it's very. I remember it was just before the whole George Floyd. We had Elijah McClain, and we people started reacting to it a year after his death, and the eight of us um, of the original activists who were in the mud with this shit, who shut down City Hall, who went to all the city council meetings, who went to all the uh, working on reforming and changing policies in Aurora. You know, we were the ones that that did it before. You know, people started catching wind of Elijah McClain, and so um, and I remember what I said on Facebook, and I said I will not stop until I get you justice, until I help get you justice, and or accountability, and that's what we did today. Um, we started the stepping stone of it because all of us put pressure on our government servants and made sure that we made them accountable for what they did. So Um, to the original 8, including myself, I thank you. I love you, and you're my heroes. So I appreciate you and thank you for allowing me to go on that journey with you. And if you see this, you know who all you 7 are. So on that note, we're gonna watch. There might have been some people who didn't get to see the news conference or the breaking news as far as what happened. So we're gonna play it. And get you guys we're gonna talk about it. So without further ado.
I think most of you are familiar with Elijah McClain's story. He died following a physical encounter with Aurora police officers and Aurora fire rescue paramedics the night
Thanks,
of
friends of Cole.
24th,
Appreciate it, buddy.
2019.
Appreciate you.
In June 2020, by executive order, the governor appointed me to act as the state's prosecutor, investigate, and if the evidence permits, prosecute potential criminal activity by individuals who caused the death of Elijah McClain. Our department did not seek this investigation. After we were appointed to take on the important responsibility, we took it very seriously. At the time, I said our investigation would be guided by a commitment to the facts, by thorough and diligent work, and would be worthy of public trust and confidence in our criminal justice system. These remain our guiding principles for this matter.
We here for you. It's not all the time that your homie get to hook up with an older woman, man.
Doing a little air drying?
Just hanging out.
Barely.
As you know, there was an initial investigation into Mr. McClain's death, which was limited. Our department had the option merely to review the record of that effort or undertake additional fact-finding to inquire further into the events surrounding Mr. McClain's death. We decided to take the latter course because whenever a person dies,
what up, winners? How you doing?
The community deserves a thorough investigation. Mr. McClain's family deserves it, and justice requires it. As our department conducted its work, it became clear that we needed the grand jury and its enhanced investigative powers to obtain documents and compel testimony from witnesses that would otherwise we'd not be able to obtain using ordinary investigative techniques. Over the last year, our team faced considerable challenges because the statewide grand jury didn't meet for a lengthy period of time on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. In December 2020, we were finally able to engage the statewide grand
yes,
jury.
Please hit the like buttons. Hit the like buttons, y'all. Appreciate it.
To investigate Mr. McClain's death. On January 8th, 2021, my department announced that we had opened this grand jury investigation. That process continued until last Thursday, when the grand jury concluded its work and returned its findings. We are announcing the grand jury's findings made last week today because we needed time to contact Mr. McClain's family, his mother, Janine McClain, and father, Luane Mosley, and to contact those under investigation for their actions. At the outset, a few points about the statewide grand jury process bear mention. First, a grand jury is made up of impartial citizens who are called from the community to serve. The grand jury is a core part of our criminal justice system. The citizens who participate in this undertaking take their roles and responsibilities very seriously. Those who serve on the statewide grand jury not only are serious and diligent in their work, but they also invest considerable time and effort to serve the public. They deserve our gratitude for their work. Second, under state law, grand jury activities and materials must be kept confidential. What can be disclosed and what I will share today are the relevant facts and circumstances that we are authorized to share. We recognize that many people, including Mr. McClain's family, concerned citizens, members of the media, and others, have had many questions regarding this grand jury process and its activities. Over the course of the process, we had, and we continue to have, a legal and ethical obligation to maintain the confidentiality and integrity of this investigation. We appreciate the public's patience as we conducted and continue to conduct our work. Late last Thursday, after careful and thoughtful deliberation, the grand jury returned a 32-count indictment against Aurora police officers Randy Rodema and Nathan Woodyard, former Aurora police officer Jason Rosenblatt, and Aurora Fire Rescue paramedics Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chikuniak for their alleged conduct on the night of August 24th, 2019, that resulted in the death of Mr. McClain. Each of the 5 defendants face 1 count of manslaughter and 1 count of criminally negligent homicide. Officers Rodema and Rosenblatt also face, each of them, a count of second-degree assault with intent to cause bodily injury and caused serious bodily injury to Mr. McClain. Both also face 1 count of a crime of violence related to the second-degree assault bodily injury charge. In addition to the manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide charges, paramedics Cooper and Chikuniak also face 1 count second-degree assault with intent to cause bodily injury and caused bodily injury, 1 count second-degree assault for recklessly causing serious bodily injury by means of a deadly weapon.
Steak and fries auditor, what's up, man?
1 count second-degree assault.
Bobby Norris, how you doing?
Other than lawful medical or therapeutic
Steve Morris,
intentionally causing stupor, unconsciousness,
I'm at
or other physical or mental impairment or injury
how you
to
doing,
Mr.
brother?
McClain by administering a drug, ketamine, without consent. Cooper and Chikuniak also face 2 counts of crimes of violence for each of the assault charges. At this moment, my department is filing the indictment in Adams County District Court. The indictment will be unsealed. It is important to remind everyone that a grand jury indictment is a formal accusation based on a determination of probable cause that an individual committed a crime under Colorado law. All defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Our department has the solemn duty to prosecute this case. Make no mistake, we recognize that this case will be difficult to prosecute. These types of cases always are. Our goal is to seek justice for Elijah McClain, for his family and friends, and for our state. In so doing, we advance the rule of law and the commitment that everyone is accountable and equal under the law. Many of you will have questions as this case proceeds. We understand that, and we want you to understand that we are limited in what we can say and will do our talking in court. We thank you in advance for your patience as this case goes forward. I want to thank the statewide grand jury for their service. I want to thank our team, our prosecutors, our investigators, and all staff members who worked hard on this case for over a year and will continue to do so. We're here today because Elijah McClain is not here, and he should be. He was a son, a nephew, a brother, and a friend. When he died, he was only 23 years old. He had his whole life ahead of him. and his family and his friends must now go on and live without him. His death is a loss to all of us. Elijah McClain's memory will live on as a blessing to all of us. After his death, Colorado continues to lead on law enforcement accountability. And in a separate civil investigation, my department is looking into whether the city of Aurora, specifically Aurora Fire and Aurora Police, have a pattern and practice of violating the civil rights of their community members. That matter is still ongoing. We will announce our findings when that investigation comes to a close. By working to build trust in law enforcement.
Now I want y'all to understand that. Now they're talking about investigating the whole entire department now, and not only them, but Aurora Fire as well. So, Aurora PD, you better be on your fucking P's and Q's, because I'm telling you right now, we're watching you, and you're under a heavy fucking microscope. Okay, a heavy fucking microscope.
And working to elevate what safe and effective policing looks like, we will advance public safety, and we will honor the profession's commitment to serve all Coloradans fairly and responsibly.
Joe Cool, what it do, Aunt?
In between breath.
All right, y'all. So y'all heard it there. I'm going to pin. Anybody want to talk about the situation? Let's talk about it, man. I'm gonna pin. We're gonna put this in the chat. Anybody want to come up and speak about it? Rice Krispies, how you doing? How you doing? Anybody want to come and talk about this? This is imperative. Just got here. They're too stupid to watch the step to stay on them. I agree. But yeah, I had put the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up, let's have a quick discussion about this. And I want to know people's thoughts about this. You know, I definitely want to know your opinion. Friends and code in the building. Friends, what's up?
Man, I saw that stuff. You know, somebody dropped that in the end of one of my streams, and I was like, first person I thought of was DJ K. Dot.
I appreciate you.
Man, because you've been all up in their ass, dog. Been up all in their ass.
Yeah. So what I meant, well, thank you for, because actually Friends and Co was the one who streamed it. So I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man,
I just off your stream. So thank you.
I just janked it from the Facebook, from his directly from the AG's Facebook itself. I stole that shit, just like Bow would.
Oh, we got Joe Cool in the building.
What's up, baby? I dropped that shit in your room, friends. I dropped that in there.
Was it you?
That was me that dropped the shit about them being indicted for the Elijah McClain shit. That was
it was right at the end.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the video.
Yeah.
As I was closing out for something else that happened today, and
yeah, I saw that 3 cops and 2 paramedics indicted, but I did not see the press conference. I just came in late. And K. Dot, did I hear you say that they said they're investigating the entire department?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking. I didn't see that.
You said, okay, so to ask that one more time. You were kind of.
Did I hear that they were investigating the entire department now?
Yeah, so they're going to be investigating the whole entire police department and fire department. So, so that was actually like, man, a cherry on top of the cake right there.
Right,
and I think Friends and Co would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Friends of Cole, how you feel about this, man? How do you feel about this?
And part of it is, part of me wants to say better late than never,
Right.
but another part of me says that these motherfuckers were asked to be charged 2 fucking years ago.
Right on, right on, right on.
And man, I can't. I mean,
Why now, friends? Why you think it is now, man? What the fuck? Why
Yeah.
now?
man, because I think there's a big issue with the ketamine in Colorado, and there's people making fucking noise about it. Right?
Right.
We looked it up after that happened, man. There are many deaths from that ketamine shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What I don't understand though is why did it take an act of the governor?
exactly.
Right? And and the AG made it very clear. It was on the governor is why he was investigating it. Right? And that right there, um,
tells you we don't have
That's a
adequate
big problem.
oversight.
that's a big problem.
But
Yeah.
But you know what, friends? I don't know if you heard this name before. Candace Bailey. That's like my sister, man. She basically gave it to the governor and told her like, look, either you investigate this case or it's going to be some fucking problems.
Right?
And soon as and this is remember this is in the midst of when protests and all that shit, and he's trying to keep everything calm, and she was just like, look, if you don't investigate this case, it's going to be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Candace Bailey for putting her foot down the governor's neck, and also my sister Lindsay Minton. Uncle Joe, how do you feel, man? How did you feel when you heard about these 32 counts? How do you talk to?
Friends said it best. My first thought was way long overdue. Holy fuck, really? I've been out to where he got murdered at, and did a little video with Cut the Plastic Friends. And shit, what was this, a year ago? What the fuck, bro?
Well, no. The incident happened 2 years ago.
No, I went out there a year and go and fill the grave site.
Yeah. That's when you came out. Yeah.
Yes. And then the fucking a year later they want to charge him with manslaughter. I don't know how I feel about that, bro.
Right.
I don't know.
But in the other hindsight, there's a brother in Texas who was shot and killed, who didn't. Grand jury found that the police officers weren't in the wrong, and the dude, he was shot. Like, he was shot on camera. Like,
I wonder which one. I watch so many of these nowadays.
I forgot where in Texas.
And I just saw some police get off on some very obvious shit. But it's so many. They shoot so many motherfuckers. I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about or not. Is that wrong? No fucking way. Oh, that's Regina. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Sorry about the double feedback. My apologies.
It's all right. I didn't even notice. Okay. Regina's one of my longest friends, bro. She was the first motherfucker in my comment section when I started doing this.
Hey, Regina, how you doing? I'm just, I ain't gonna lie, I cried today, man. I really did, like, because, again, before, reason why Elijah McClain was made national was due because of George Floyd. But
Great.
Again, the thing with Elijah McClain happened a year prior to George Floyd, so it was incredibly frustrating. Because we made noise, be like, okay, y'all protesting for George Floyd, and God bless that man. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, did y'all forget what happened in our backyard? And then a lot of people didn't know. Like, this happened. Oh snap! We got to protest for him.
I remember.
Like, we've been saying this a year ago.
Was Elijah the one that used to play an instrument?
Violin.
Yes, with the violin. Yep.
I remember Brian Cut the Plastic was out there, and they just started playing, and the police started getting really hostile, and people just started playing their
Yep.
violins. It was gorgeous,
Yep.
beautiful, remarkable.
Yeah, and they just
Ah.
came storming in like like it was some like we were some fucking terrorists or whatever. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I remember that. It was getting
And
bad. I remember. I thought they were gonna lock you niggas up, man. I'm serious. It was getting bad and all that. Someone started playing the violin, then another motherfucker. I'm like, Brian, what's up with the violin, Joe? What's up with that? And someone in chat was like, Elijah used to play the violin, and then some guy who was really started playing talented started playing, and everybody went over there to him. The police stopped all that aggressive bullshit, and it was just like God came down, man. It was so beautiful. I don't know how to describe it. I need to be a poet to put it in words. That radio nerd. Yes, it
Yeah,
is. What's good, baby?
he's talking about my
Does
bow
someone have a
comment.
Cambodian milk? That old Dave Chappelle shit, but without the Cambodian milk.
I mean,
You know, go ahead.
I mean, I don't feel like it's justice because he's not here with us. So I
Right
call
on.
it accountability.
Yeah,
Well, the steps as far as accountability.
right. That's even in question. You ticked out for a second there, K Dot. That's
But
still
yeah,
in question though. The
yeah. I mean, that's why
accountability.
mine was the question mark. Justice question mark.
Right. Is there really accountability when you have to go through all this? It's questionable, right? Had they
There you go.
George Floyd shit never occurred,
I
they
don't know
wouldn't
what
have been
happened there.
held
Sorry about
accountable.
that.
It's okay, K Dot. Or had the governor not stepped in, there'd be no accountability. So yes, justice question mark, accountability question mark.
And I mean, even
Yeah.
accountability. The thing to me is that you know, I hope this sends a clear message, right? That
Right.
that just because you got that badge or you got that costume, whether it's the costume for the badge or whether it's the costume for the EMT,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
You need to use some reasonable thought in what you fixing to do, right? I
They
mean,
Yeah.
got
because
that
you just
mob mentality though,
right,
right?
right, right. The
Friends.
cop said bang him. The cop said bang him, and they did.
They all fall in line. There's not a one that's strong enough to say, no, I don't think that. I guess they get crucified when they go against the mob, if you're a cop and perhaps even a paramedic, because it happens so rare.
Mm.
You would
Yeah.
think that one person would listen to the man talking about, I'm just a regular guy. I'm peaceful. I don't start anything. I'm just different. No one heard that shit, bro. No one heard that shit. And his last words, oh my God, I'm glad I can't remember them because I'd probably start bawling. Brian, Drew, what's good, baby? Brian Redham, when we were at the where he got killed at. It wasn't the gravesite, it was where he was killed at on the side of some highway or something, bridge or something. And Brian
Right.
read his last words to me, bro. And that shit, it was just the saddest shit you want to hear, man. I hope someone in chat or someone remembers his last words. He was peaceful to the end, bro.
Yeah. He was, and it was crazy because, um, it. I mean, just the way he died. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, and he died by himself. He.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I'm just like, man, this dude lived right down the street from me. And
Wow.
it's just like, damn, what if I would have just went outside and walk? I don't know. It was just so many thoughts that was coming in my head, and it was just like, I really truly believe if there was cop watchers there, that wouldn't have happened. We
Yes,
wouldn't
right.
allowed that shit to happen.
Right. They stand up.
you know,
You
especially the three of us. Especially
yeah.
we don't
I
play
didn't
that
want to.
shit. We would
I didn't want
nah.
to. I didn't want to do the me shit, but I just came off a cop watch where a guy went one way up like a 5-lane fucking street, and he's on the wrong side, caught dead to rights. and I come out the store, the police, all of us hit at the same time with this idiot going down the one way. And they get out the concert round and they see me and they start, hey Joe, how you doing? And believe it or not, I couldn't even believe they gave him his license back, held up traffic so he could turn around and go the other way. No ticket, Joe. And that's ain't nobody got a ticket in months around me, bro. It just don't happen no more. It's that cop watching shit, motherfucker. Somebody, it ain't work. Who you help? What you do? That nigga be under the jail right now if that didn't occur in front of me. But K-Dot, shit, you made me think of some shit, man. Shit, you're out there, motherfuckers. I love friends is out. So many people I love is out there, man. And you guys are right next door to the same creatures, animals that did that shit. And this disturbs me to no end, K-Dot. Friends, you too, but I really hate this. Why they kill you, they tell you, shh, just be quiet, stop resisting. As they choke you out or whatever it is, they tell you, shh. It reminds me of like someone being raped and someone telling them, shh, just be quiet.
And then it's like they whispering in your ear, like it's just like it's fucking creepy.
It's
like,
creepy as you die.
Creepy.
Shh, just relax. It's creepy.
And Joe, you gotta come back out here, man, because we miss you, bro.
I'm coming out there.
Miss you,
the end of this month, I'll be out there, Joe.
Don't you goddamn lie to me.
I'm serious. The end of this month, Joe. It's already said, Joe.
Because people have been waiting for us to record together, man. Because that's gonna be epic.
I'm gonna make sure I get out with you this time. Last time I waited till like the last day or two before I called you. I'm gonna make sure I get up with you. I'll be staying. I don't even know what neighborhood it is, but if you know where Brian Loma stay at now, I'll be staying over there with him and his buddies. I used to before he moved over there. I used to stay over there with those guys. Young guys. It's some really cool cats. We just play video games all night, get high all night. That's why I be at every day.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we these dudes are straight thugs, man. I mean, it's all the way to the, like I told you, when I got arrested, they knew about me.
Yeah.
When I was in the fucking admissible jail. Oh right. Yeah, you that dude. And by the way, I do got body worn camera footage of now when I got arrested.
Yeah.
So you'll actually hear them call me an asshole and all that. But I don't want to give too much away. I am gonna post that. I'm just trying to figure out because there's so many videos. It's crazy. I didn't know it's like 13 videos.
Oh, link me, bro.
Camera.
I want in. Link me. Let me mirror that shit. I don't want to mirror yours. I want to make my fucking own. Yeah. Link me, baby. I'm serious. Yeah.
I got you. So you definitely don't want to miss that.
I don't. I did one of Wolfie. That shit like 120,000 views. The last one. I did the same thing. I just took his police body cam and his arrest. I want to do the same shit again now, bro. I love you niggas, man.
Yeah, man.
I feel like you fuck with my family. Are you shitting me? This is how I hurt you. And you did it to a friend of mine? This is how I hurt you, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking with Wolfie either, motherfucker.
Right. Exactly.
It's just better when you know a nigga, man. It's better. Like if somebody, do something to friends, man, really, the friends that nigga got, it's be a mistake, bro. It's a mistake. We are all vicious animals. Don't fuck with my guys.
Period. Same over here. Friends in code.
Yeah, man.
My guy. What do you think we need to do as far as now? Like, what's the game plan as far as moving forward when it comes to this Elijah McClain? Like, what do people need to go out there and
right on? Is it over, friends? What do we do?
No, well, see, I mean, the thing is that, to me, it's like, let this thing play out now that they're going to play the game, right? You got to let this thing play out because you don't want to just jump in and go, oh, hip, hip, hurrah, right? They got some charges.
Right. You damn right.
Then, the other thing about it is that, you asked about that manslaughter. And manslaughter is a lot easier
yeah.
to get. Is a lot
That is
easier to
true.
get than, you know, because they're calling it criminal, you know, the criminal part of it, criminal negligence, right?
Yeah.
So, you
Police,
know,
719 in the building. Sorry, my
what
bad.
else?
Go ahead,
719?
Prince. Go ahead.
No worries.
What's
For me, to me, man, yo, dog, I'm sitting on the outside looking in, man, you know, because I
I
got
hear
that
you.
white privilege, right?
right,
So,
right.
I mean,
But that's a superpower, though, right?
I'm
man,
sure it's
but
a
see, that's just
superpower.
it,
knows.
dude. I don't want, I don't, look, I'm worried that people are going to get up too uppity, meaning
Okay.
that they're going to start shooting off the fireworks, right? Just because the AG said they're going to try to bring these 37 counts,
Victory,
right?
victory. Everybody gonna applaud and dance in the
Well,
fucking
I,
streets.
I'd be
Victory.
really surprised if they get. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Exactly.
I'd be surprised if they get 15
I was
counts.
right.
thinking,
And honestly, just to
yeah,
be realistic,
yeah.
I'm
because
going to be
so
surprised if they don't plead it.
Yep.
Tell you the truth.
You know,
okay,
like I told
okay,
DJ earlier today, I was like, it's not a victory until we have justice and they convict them.
Right,
Right, and
right.
I think that the DA is going to, you know, the AG on this. I mean, it took your sister's going out there and talking to the governor
Mhm.
talking to the AG, you
Mhm.
know, and the AG gonna be like, oh, it's a tough battle all going ahead, you know, and I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, you can't find, dude, I would be surprised if you couldn't find a juror one in this motherfucking state,
Okay.
not alone 7, that would put the fucking hammer down,
Right.
right?
Of course. Right.
Right. But
But-
I don't think they're gonna have the balls to push it all the way through, man.
Okay. I mean,
Hey.
but we kind of thought the same thing with George Floyd. We didn't think. I mean, all 3 counts. Like, wow, that we was just like. But then again, that was 3 counts.
And that was the first guy. What about the other two? They will be more difficult. I totally expect them to get off.
Oh, their trial's coming up, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
The
trial
other
was coming
3,
up in
it's
August.
3, not 2. It's the other 3. There was a total of 4. So Derek Chauvin already got convicted, and then the other 3.
I
Okay.
totally
Okay.
expect the other ones. I think they're charged with murder as well, which means you must have intent. And they can beat that because while they were on there, they were asking the guy, the Chauvin cat, listen, man, I can't even find a post. Can we get off? And these guys had only been there 6 months. Neither one of them had been there more than 6 months. And their superior says, no, stay on them. They get off. Ain't no jury gonna slam them after that. Not with intent to kill.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, because one of them, yeah, I think it was like,
That was
well,
another
yeah,
one. I don't know the third one, what he's
attempt
doing. I'm
to
just talking
not
about
attempt. It was like,
the two.
The third one was the one
don't they
that,
also have the charge for the mocking of? Wasn't there a charge on that too, as far as when they had, um, uh, as far as antagonizing, as far as making light of Elijah McClain's situation when he said "ha ha" and all the officer that was fired.
Oh, that's one of the charges with Elijah McClain.
I believe so. I believe so.
Let's see.
But the thing is, I'm gonna tell you right now, uh, Aurora Police, hear me and hear me clearly. Uh, you better be afraid. You better be very, very afraid. And I know y'all shaking in y'all little space boots too. Um, because y'all because let me tell you, he's just the first example. Okay, so y'all keep doing and have that that gang member mentality, because I know a few of
Mentality.
y'all watching my fucking channel right now as we speak. So I want to make it very fucking clear. We're watching you, and if you fuck up, we're gonna catch it. Trust and believe we're gonna catch it. And you
And
should be fucking scared. You should be very fucking scared. Because there's a lot of fucking lives y'all ruined. And now
Yep.
that Aurora has gotten more more balls and the collective of Colorado in general, y'all in trouble. We're gonna be watching your every move. Y'all are under a heavy microscope. Y'all, Aurora, Colorado is known nationally more now for Elijah McClain than the damn movie did.
Yeah,
So that should tell you something. You guys are not romanticized anymore.
not in the least bit. And the other thing that gets me, here's my PSA to the Aurora
Go
Police
ahead,
Department.
Francisco. Yes, sir.
Don't turn your motherfucking body cameras off. You better
Or
leave
kick
them
them.
motherfuckers on and let them some bitches record the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the motherfucking truth.
Motherfucking truth. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Francisco. You better let the motherfucker know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm telling you, they're peeing in their pants just a little bit. They like, oh shit, And matter of fact, what do you think, Francisco? Like, do you think they're gonna turn themselves in, or do they, or warrants have to be issued and all that type stuff? Like, how does that work?
They gonna have to go through the warrant. The warrant's gonna be issued anyway.
Okay.
And they're gonna use the lawyers to, I don't even know the right word, but just turn themselves in, right? It's not like we're gonna have to go do a damn manhunt for these fuckers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the
biggest thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the biggest thing is you no longer working in that motherfucking industry. All of you. Get
Right.
You better start learning how to say ding fries are done or something.
Yep.
You want fries with that, sir?
Right.
Paper or plastic.
In this bitch.
Yeah, would you like that?
Excuse me, we're in Colorado, so it's plastic or plastic.
And I'm just saying, man, it's just like we tired of it. We standing up. We really paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, anything that y'all do, you know what I'm saying? And for instance, Kyle Vincent is a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? When he got pistol whipped, World News heard about it that same evening and premiered and was talking about it. It didn't take 9 weeks, it didn't take several months. Hell, it didn't even take a year. It took that one day. That's how much Aurora Police y'all under a heavy microscope. So y'all better watch what the fuck y'all doing. Because we're watching.
Because if I get the motherfucking video, guess where it's going? I'm giving copies to motherfuckers.
Right. Selling them shits like hotcakes, you dig?
Man, I ain't even trying to sell that shit, man. I'm gonna give it away like crack,
I'm not
man.
selling. I mean, give them away. I'm sorry, give them away.
Elijah McClain was in Aurora too.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
else just happened in Aurora. They just beat that guy. I was in Aurora
yeah,
too.
Sat there and punched him.
Yeah,
that was that dude he was just talking about. Punched that poor bastard right in his fucking forehead with the barrel of that gun and that flashlight.
He gave him a pumpkin head. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, one hell of a healer. I gotta say that though. I mean,
I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be happy if y'all saw the cops who I forgot where the guy was on a motor scooter and he got chased into a building, into an elevator, and the cop got there before the doors closed and pulled him out, laid him down, went to cuff him, and then 20-something more cops come in and start jumping him, beating him up. The guy filming it, they tackle him, beat him up. And then they charge, I don't know, 2-3 officers or whatever. I'm not going to be happy until every officer in a situation like that is charged. If they don't come forth, if they don't stop their guys, start arresting their guys. Until that happens, until they stop their crimes, I'm not going to be happy, man. I don't stop, man. I'm not going to stop.
I agree. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think every law enforcement entity, as far as state and local, should be investigated by the DOJ anyway.
Agreed.
Just
right?
like
Come
a
on.
yearly, just like an audit.
Yeah.
Like an
Heaven
audit.
forbid. Heaven motherfucking forbid for that.
KDOT here in Chicago, the Department of Justice comes in all the time and issues these. I forget what they even call them, and they're coming to me right now. and find the Chicago police officers guilty. They issue these edicts that they must follow or else, and they never follow none. It's like the third or fourth time they've done this shit in I don't know 5 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Decrees, Department of Justice decree they must do this. They don't do nothing that they say, man. Just the Department of Justice don't
Right.
have no fucking teeth in Chicago. I don't know about everywhere else.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been saying for the longest time, in the military you have the ROE, rules of engagement. I think police need the same thing.
And they better be half of what it
Right.
10 times what it takes for you guys to, for the military to engage.
Yeah, no,
Right.
100%.
Those are rules of engagement of war.
Yeah, and like I've been telling people, man, the justice system is not for we the people; it's for the officers with the badge. Because once like Derek Chauvin only got 22 years. If I were to do what Derek Chauvin did, I would have got life. Or if you guys would have done what Derek Chauvin, we would have got life.
Right.
So that badge holds so much authority in that courtroom, and they're all fucking bootlickers in there. So they're gonna give him a less sentence. You know what I mean? So we need a whole new justice system just for the police to fucking hold them accountable and get them more years than what they're already getting.
And let's be honest, man, they should be held to a higher standard. Everybody agrees, but they are not in no way, not on the streets, not in the police station with their records. They're not held to a higher standard. When they do something wrong, they're not held to a higher standard. They're given break after break after break.
Yeah, and it's basically a smack on the wrist.
Right. And that's why we gotta be consistent. We gotta stay on them. We gotta constantly just be out there. And like I said, shit. I remember I was out there in like 2-degree weather filming cops. Shit cold as fuck. But at the end of the day, the shit had to get done, and we had to hold them accountable. We're not gonna let them cold weather stop. Damn sure.
And what pisses me off is, this has been going on since the first cops in America. It's not nothing new. It's not. Let's be honest. It's really not.
Okay.
Right.
And all these cops have been getting away with it since the beginning, and they think it's okay because no one's really been charged. And when they have been charged, it's been like, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. That's not shit. So they keep getting away with it, and that's not. We need to hold them accountable, and the police need to hold the police accountable.
Let me add this to what you're saying. These cameras are relatively new. They're just come along where everyone has them. And at this time, all of the people who are in charge, all of the old school guys, are the ones that they put in charge of these younger guys who know about YouTube cameras and shit. But the old guys were taught the old ways, and they're trying to teach it to these young guys. So we're still the first generation of this shit.
I remember I heard a cop the other day talking to someone, and he was like, you know what you do to those auditors? It was on YouTube. I can't find it now. He's like, you know what you do to those auditors? You fucking play music and it gets copyright, so it can't stay on YouTube.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me. I don't get two fucks because I don't get most of my shit ain't monetized nowhere. I'm cursing and calling them niggas all the time. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 of my shits ain't monetized nowhere. So what the fuck I care?
Be nice, Joe. Be nice.
Yeah, be nice.
Shit, I don't curb one curse word while I'm out there.
So what do you think? Is this
my apologies.
In a way, 719. Should I wouldn't say should in our minds. I would say in our minds. Should we be celebratory a little bit right now because of Elijah McClain that he got this?
Yeah, that's a great question. What do you think?
I say no. I say yes and no. So yes, because they're finally trying. The highest ranking. DA or the Attorney General is trying. Yes, we should be happy that he's trying, but we should not celebrate until justice is served. And what I mean by that is they are convicted of murder, because at the end of the day, it was murder. They killed a 23-year-old innocent black man that committed no crime. They had no reason to stop him. He committed no crime. So yes, And we should celebrate just a little bit because they're trying to convict. But until we get a conviction of murder of all 3 cops, then we don't celebrate until we get that conviction.
No, I like the way
Okay.
you said it the first time. You said we should be happy, not celebrate the first
Yeah,
part,
yeah.
and
That's what I meant.
celebrate
Yes,
I
yes,
like
yes.
that much better. Yeah,
I think okay.
it's progress. It's progress.
What
It
do you
is.
think? What do you think, Joker? What
I couldn't have said this shit better, right? When you asked the question, I heard you ask him. My answer popped in my head. It is both,
Yeah.
and that's the first shit out his mouth. It's a little of both, and he said it more eloquently than I ever could have said it. You be happy, progress was made, but don't get caught celebrating. Don't pop the
Correct.
champagne just yet.
Right. Right.
Because in
Right.
reality, it'll never get pops. Even if they give them X amount of years, 5 years or whatever gay sentence they give them, when we stop looking, they're gonna let them off in 18 months anyway. They'll be
Yep.
back as cops or
And at
something.
the end of the day, let's say they get 25 years, right? Each cop.
Uh,
That's not going to
Yeah.
bring Elijah McClain back. That's not going to.
yes,
Right.
it doesn't ensure the next cop won't murder. It's a small fucking
Yeah.
victory, bro.
You know what? I say fuck it. Let's do it. I mean, fuck it. Let's do an audit at the fucking fire station that administered the fucking ketamine.
I'm so down. Let's plan it for late this month. That's when I'll be there.
Yep. I'll fucking be there.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think it was
It was the
District 8.
EMTs. It was AMR that administered the
Was it
ketamine.
was it so it wasn't the fire department, it was the well no
The fire
Paramedic.
department arrived. It was the paramedics. So it was AMR.
so they're the contractor.
Mhm.
Yes. So they're the third
Yeah,
party.
they're
basically, in the
contracting it.
situation.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
don't get no fucking. I want to hit the police station as well.
Yeah.
My question
'Cause,
is why the fuck are you giving contractors fucking ketamine?
Because they follow fucking
Hello.
orders, right? The cop tell
Better
them do
speak.
what I say. You're contracted
Better
to us.
speak
Cop
about
tell
it.
them do what I say, and they do it.
Friends
You
of
know,
Code. Yeah, the same question. Should we be celebratory? Should we not? What's your thoughts?
I think it's a small win. I think it's a
Yeah.
small
Okay.
win, right?
Okay.
I think
We got a
that
point.
yeah, you got a point in the we got to at least we got the coach to say go get in the game, right?
Right.
Right.
You
We're
know,
leading
and
right now.
yeah, and I mean I think that personally, I think a real win will be the conviction
Yep.
and
So so
the
if we
complete
get a conviction, what does
right.
that look like? What does that solidify?
Right on.
Like, would that solidify, you think, on a national level or just a local level?
Again, it's a small fucking victory.
Well,
Again, even if they get convicted, it is a small victory. I don't know how much it changes. A few
Okay.
cops are going to act right for a little bit. They're going to be afraid. And if it doesn't, if someone else doesn't get slammed right behind it, they'll go back to their old ways, in my opinion. Now, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope your opinion's different.
yeah,
I,
but I
I,
mean, don't all fucking criminals fuck up?
They
I
do.
mean, it don't matter what you're wearing. You still a damn criminal. You still gonna fuck up, and you still gonna
Agreed.
get caught, right? Where it
Facts.
comes in is how far does the criminality go,
right.
right?
And
You got
what are
somebody
the
that's got a
punishments?
signature that can cover that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like me and you and Kate
Yeah.
committing a fucking crime. We get
Mm-mm.
slammed. We get put under the jail. Charges are added, extra charges, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I get 6
False
charges if I
Aggravators.
get
False
caught.
charges.
6 false charges because they know they won't hold. They just want you to be so thirsty that you say,
Yep.
okay, if we'll drop these if you plead to that one, and they want you thirsty, so they add charges. That should be a crime. That
Yeah.
should be a crime. They do that in Chicago. They got 95% of motherfuckers just pleading out. There's no justice there. And it's because they throw all these charges on there and scare you to death. And then they give
Yeah.
you an out. Then they tell you,
Yeah.
listen, we'll give you a break. And you accept the only thing you were supposed to be charged with anyway. And you think they're doing you a fucking favor. This shit's
Mm.
Yeah.
twisted.
See, that's what they're trying to do with me when I got arrested for videotaping. They charged me with interference with a public official. They dropped it and said, "Hey, You should take a plea deal and we'll get you a disorderly conduct. And my lawyer said, fuck no, we're not doing that. And they
Right.
said, okay, well, we're
Absolutely
going to drop
not.
the
Yeah.
interference charge and get you a failure to disperse.
Wow. Which is bullshit. That complete bullshit.
Wow. See, that shit has got to be
So
illegal.
Hustler 604 states K. Dot search up Kelly Rican TV. They have the booking photos of the cops. Okay.
KELLY.
I got it. He's looking on. He said on Twitter.
Wasn't there an interview?
Oh,
okay.
I don't even have
Does
Twitter.
anybody, Forensic Code, is there any way we can get the interviewing? Because didn't they have like a whole interview? Like that footage of them interviewing the cops too?
Who? The grand jury stuff?
No. As far as when they were actually I guess the internal investigations as far as that interview.
Oh, because they were not.
I thought wasn't there like a special on that or something like that, or
man, you gonna get me to lying about something I don't know.
Right, they were not arrested, so they couldn't.
You know
have
these
had
things, Friends and Code.
I know, right? We all just assume you know every fucking thing.
Friends and Code be always having the stuff, so I'll be like, yo,
he'd be doing the dirty work. He'd be on his little computer digging everything up.
That is your fault, friends. It's your fault because you're so fucking talented.
Man, you got all the
what was your
info,
first job? Like, he get down and dirty. Like, your first job was fucking flipping hamburgers at goddamn McDonald's.
Yeah, Friends and Code get down. That's why
frying that chicken, dog.
That's why we got a guy, man. He's like, I'm gonna find it out for you. I'm gonna find it out.
Oh shit!
I got that screen that Hustler was talking about.
I don't know if he can share screens on his phone, but you can blow him up.
Jay, cool. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture that the 3 cops took of Elijah McClain? Not of him, but after what happened?
I did not know.
Give me just a second, K-Dot. I'll get it on mine.
The 3 officers that put Elijah McClain in a chokehold and killed him.
Yeah.
After they found out he flatlined and he died in the ambulance, they basically took a picture. The 3 officers took a picture with each other in chokeholds. Is it like a joking thing? Like, oh, we choked him and killed him, and they took a picture of them doing it together.
What are you talking about when they went back to the scene?
No.
Yeah.
That was blasted all over the place. Yeah,
I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, that's why one of the cops got fired. Hey, late night with 702. What's going on?
Hey, girl.
I think that's 702.
Me off.
It's now 702, I think.
Yeah, it's the same 702.
Okay.
I went out to her crib too in Vegas when I was out there.
But yeah,
we got high in the backyard. All right, there we go.
Oh, here we go. See, that's why you my guy.
Check that shit out.
Says booking photos for current Aurora police officer Nathan Woodyard and former officer Jason Rosenblatt, whatever the fuck his name is. Murder number 1 and murder number 2.
There you go. I like that better.
Oh, and look at the eyes on Mr. Rosenblatt. They're awful red. You know, and that's from crying. I can tell you that right now.
He said that's from crying.
You know, how many people did that man make cry? Just like he just cried.
Right.
And how many of them, the other question that I got to pose, you know, here's the other thing is once these motherfuckers are convicted, are we going to go back and look at all the cases that these bitches worked on?
That's another thing, that Brady list shit. It must become a reality. Yo.
I mean, because, you know,
we need to pull records of like how many fucking complaints they had on them.
That's what we should do, right? We should do that shit when we later this month while I'm out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how long the fucking.
And all
just kills me.
I gotta get that. I gotta get that stuff because they said it's all public record. Like the whole. Everything is public as far as the case, everything. So,
I gotta see them body cams, bro. I gotta see that.
And these guys are the executioners.
Yep.
The the judge and jury,
Yeah, they like serial
Okay.
killers.
right?
These are the paramedics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, okay.
Right.
What do we think about that? I know it's some Nuremberg defense shit, but they've been told that you can give ketamine to these motherfuckers. They watch other people do it. It's becoming a bit common. Um, Police tell him it's okay. Go ahead, give it to him. He's not acting right. He's resisting. What about them? Do they get cut any fucking slack? The actual murderers who actually did the act because they were given orders and everybody told them it was okay. What about that shit?
Well, they knew right off the bat how much they gave Elijah McClain was way too much. They knew that from the beginning.
Do we know that?
If you're a parent, huh?
Do we know that? I know it killed them, but do we know that that they the syringe had twice the dosage or something? You sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes, because and here's the reason why. When you're a certified paramedic or EMT, right? You get certified. You
Yeah,
learn your medicines. You learn how much a human could take before overdosing, before they go into cardiac arrest, things like that, right? Because you're supposed to save someone, not kill them. So they
agree.
know how much ketamine could kill someone. They know how much fentanyl can kill someone. If someone's overdosing, what to do, things
I'm
like that. So
guessing.
when they gave him that much ketamine, they knew the chances of him dying.
I believe that as well, but I'm guessing what they're gonna say is they're gonna say they gave him like half of what they really did, and they're gonna say he was in an excited state. Therefore, he produced so and so acids, and the amino acids that he produced acted with the ketamine, and that's what killed him. It was his fault. It wasn't our fault. It was his fault for
Right.
acting crazy and raising up his fucking his acids and shit. It'll be
Yeah.
something weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
man.
still got friends and shit that want to say, no, that guy Chauvin didn't kill George Floyd. He had got high beforehand. And when he died, after you watched him lean on his neck for nearly 9 minutes until he died, motherfuckers, I was like, oh, it was horrible, wasn't it? I still got friends that was like, I need to see what happened beforehand. I said, I don't care if he shot the three people, set a baby on fire and threw somebody out a window. What the fuck that got to do with them murdering him? I got to see beforehand, and then they latched onto that. He get high. He was high. He already had health issues. He would have died even without the knee. I got friends that say that to this day.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that a
because
lot
that
myself.
fucking heart doctor said, oh, he had a clogged artery and he had a cancer tumor that would have killed him. Like, shut the fuck up.
It would have killed him at the exact time when some grown ass man had been kneeling on his neck for 8 minutes. That's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. And
That's excessive.
right. And the thing is, with the heart disheartening thing is Elijah was a healer. You
Right
know what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah.
Maybe
He was
he's
a
one of
massage
us.
Amen.
therapist, man.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so, fuck, man, how you gonna get rid of a healer?
One
Like
of the
that's
good
just
guys, right? That's like a triple sin or something.
It sounds like robots because
Man.
of fucking area.
yeah. Same thing with Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
Only
That's a
the
EMT.
good
slap
die
in the
young.
It's
face.
just like, come on, man, y'all.
Yes.
It's just like this is ridiculous. This is getting out of control. Like, and I'm tired of
Hey,
you know
if you go to
people saying
motherfucking,
that they
I'm sorry.
they're humans and blah blah blah, and yeah, we're all humans, but at the end of the day, there's
At
a
the
thing called training.
yes, it is a thing
There's a
called
thing called
humanity.
Right.
humanity.
If
Right.
you're human, right?
Right.
Where's your humanity? And your grandmama teach you don't hit old women, you don't stab and electrocute people.
And when a motherfucker's down, you quit hitting on them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over a
I mean,
traffic
once they're down,
ticket.
they're down. That's it.
And the motherfucker's telling you're killing me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Run,
you're
I
killing
can't
me, dude.
breathe. You're killing
Like,
me. I can't breathe.
you're fucking killing me. Like,
Where's your
and
humanity,
they
right?
think it's a joke. Oh, you're just saying that just so because it's a popular thing today. No, motherfucker, you're killing me.
I
Like,
can't
I can't
breathe.
breathe. Like, I literally can't fucking
Right.
breathe.
I
Like,
had one of my buddies say that bullshit that I hear other people say. Well, that's bullshit. If he couldn't breathe, if he could talk and say I can't breathe, that mean he can breathe. I say,
Man,
okay, well,
somebody get wrapped up in a damn choke neck. Yeah, choke. Can you tell me that you ain't gonna make some damn noise or fucking flop
Noise.
around
And
like a
you're
bitch?
gonna say that. If I choke you out, you're gonna be like, I can't breathe. Stop. I can't
Motherfucker,
breathe.
stop.
Right.
Yeah, like, and the thing is if you're hit, I mean, if you're fucking, and just like the same thing with the man, what was that, out of Louisiana, he was hit with a flashlight multiple times with the Louisiana state troopers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just now, I just watched that shit
Fucking
again.
crazy.
Yeah, I just watched that again.
Um, and then you did Joe, did you? I'm pretty sure you knew about it. About the young lady who was walking, and the Chicago police officer just, like, I guess he was telling her to get, I guess the beach was closed or something like that, and she was walking her dog, and black lady, and I seen that video too a couple of days ago. Like,
Nothing
what the
yet. What
fuck? Like,
happened to it? Nothing. What happened? She was walking her dog, and
so
the cop did what?
yeah, she was walking her dog, and the fucking cop just grabbed her. Just grabbed her. Way bigger than this lady. She's like, yo, can you? She was recording too. She was at first. She was just like, can you just please back up away from me 6 feet? I don't want any corona.
That's
And
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that video. You did
No,
see it? Yeah.
I think I did see that video. She was doing nothing wrong. She was on the sidewalk, and he closed the gap and grabbed her and cuffed her up. If that's the shit. Let me see. I didn't know that was Chicago.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
And it's funny, like, how many videos are we gonna? There's so many videos of escalations. When are we gonna actually see this training kick in as far as de-escalation? I would love to see body cam footage of actually a situation that was actually intense and they actually de-escalated the situation.
That'd be pretty cool, man. I like
That'd be pretty pimp of
social.
them to release some video like that. Put that shit on your Twitter page, right?
Right.
But
Right.
gentlemen,
Yeah.
I have other engagements that I have promised.
All right, pimp.
Okay.
But DJ K. Dot, man, much love. Joe,
Always
same.
love friends and
719. Yeah, so y'all have a good one, and hit me up, man. I got your backs. Yeah, that one.
All right.
That one right
Love.
there, Joe.
Yes, that
Love,
one. Yep,
baby.
that one, Joe. That one, Joe. Appreciate
Thanks,
you,
everybody.
friends of code. Much
Bye, y'all.
love, man.
Much
All
love.
right, pimp.
Yep, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
They don't show it without.
So I think it's time to put more pressure on this APD situation, and
apparently those guys have been acting with impunity for a while. They too fucking
man,
confident.
I've known about these cats. I was educated about these, merely educated, slightly educated about these cats since I was a little kid. So, and they was just like, look, if you go to like, just be careful. I remember I was going to homecoming.
Really?
And I was driving for the first time, and my dad, we lived in Denver, and he was just like, and I went to George, but you had to go to Aurora to get to Denver, and that part of Denver.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, watch out for those Aurora police. And there were just other people. I'm like, what the fuck's up with Aurora? Like, what was, like, do not stop, keep going. Like, it was one of those, like, damn,
even back then,
like, and I used to go to Aurora Mall all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew it was like that until I started hearing more and more stories. And the people of Aurora is beautiful, man. I love my city, man. I love y'all. And but I just, again, like, just the police department is just rotten to the core. And honestly, I think Aurora Police, the whole entity, just needs to be abolished, and then just redo it. Hire everybody new, start over.
Wow.
Just like they did in Camden, New Jersey, where I'm also from. I was born. Camden, New Jersey, where they abolished Camden, New Jersey's police department, and then brought him back like I think like 5 years later or something like that, and they haven't been having as much issues like they did in the past. So yeah,
I've heard that that's the thing. Everybody talking about we without police, what would you do? I read somewhere that people have done that before. It's happened several times where they've gotten rid of the police, and it always
yeah,
managed to work out.
yeah, yeah,
That's something they do. They want to create all this terror, which is what the news is for. And then they provide the solution. Not only that, they make it illegal for you to solve it yourself. Damn near in every case, you can't even carry a gun here. You can't do this. Oh, if he's running, you can't shoot him in the back. They come out with all this shit and to the point and get it.
appreciate you, Leslie.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
I agree. I agree.
they
So
get
it's
it
just
to the
like,
point where they have a monopoly. All right, Leslie, baby, or where they have a monopoly on violence. And if someone is being violent, or you need someone to that's going to be violent, you have to call them. You're not allowed as men. I can't come get you if someone is knocking around some old lady and we knock him around. What is normal
right,
human activity? We save the person next to us. No, we got to make a call, provide, go through certain procedures and shit. Wait for him to get there. We can't touch
right,
him, or why he's just knocking his lady around, choking the shit out of her, and let the
right,
police handle it.
right. And you know, Did you hear what the fucking pussy ass Aurora Police Union, Aurora Police Association stated?
Did not.
Hold on, let me look it up real quick.
I'm sure it's something to the effect of we back our officers. We saw nothing wrong with no wrongdoing.
It was absolutely disgusting. Um, let me
Hey,
see.
Phoenix, baby.
Aurora Police Association's comment after Elijah McClain indictment.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'm finna read it now. Of course, it would be on Fox 31. uh, okay, so the War Police Associates Board of Directors issued a statement shortly after the 32 count indictment against the officers and two paramedics was announced Wednesday morning. Uh, McClain died in 2019 following a police altercation. Oh, okay. The APA wrote the following McClain wrote the following. McClain's death, then Aurora Police Department Chief Nick Metz stated clearly that Mr. McClain was not murdered by Aurora Police Department officers. Nothing has changed. Our officers did nothing wrong. An independent investigation by the city of Aurora, released in February, found insufficient evidence for police to have stopped and patted down uh, McClain prior to engaging in the physical altercation with him. Uh, the November 2019 coroner's report officially found the case of McClain's death was undetermined. The APA statement claims he died due to uh, ex, uh, I can't speak to that. Uh, Exhaustion combined with pre-existing heart conditions,
Wow.
which is bullshit.
The
While
shot
the
had nothing to do
official
with it.
right, while the official report said intense physical uh, exhaustion and a narrow left coronary artery contribute to McClain's death. It also found that he may have passed away due to homicide and accidental or an accident or a natural causes. The Aurora Police Association provides an administrative defense along with other benefits for its members, but does not speak for leadership of the Aurora Police Department for all its members. Additionally, since 2019, it has not served as the collective bargaining unit for the APD when officers voted to replace it with Aurora Fraternal Police Lodge 49. So,
Wow.
and they also stated that they also threw out that bullshit, and this I know was political, Joe. They said because we have elections coming up for our city council in November, for Aurora, and they were just like, well, that's why it's so important to go out there and vote, and basically for Republicans, and because the Republicans is they're basically saying this shit is not normal to be prosecuting or indicting more police.
Wow.
This is abnormal because these police are being indicted. We're not used to this shit.
Yes.
You got to understand, these fuckers had no accountability. They had everybody was enabling them.
I agree, it's not normal.
Contracts.
Yes.
They could get away with so much shit.
The union had set it up where when you do wrong, not only do you get off, you get a paid vacation, even if you murder a motherfucker.
There you go.
And if you do get caught wrong, don't trip. We'll pay for it and you keep your job. They had the sweetest setup in the world forever. So to say it's abnormal to arrest police, it sucks that it's abnormal. I'd be better. My mind would be more settled if we arrested them or we had a lack of arrests because they did a lack of crimes, a lack of rules violations. And so that's why the reason for no arrests. But considering that they've been running wild all this fucking time, the norm should be, 80 cops arrested in every city across country daily, man. That need to go on for months until these niggas start acting right. Is that my alley? Yes, that is alley. Hey, baby.
Right.
I forgot. I was hoping sending you something. I forgot.
These unions are a major source of the problem. They keep covering the bad officers. We need to get rid of fraternal order of police union. Period. I think that should have been in the. If we're gonna have unions, it needs to be. It doesn't need to be privatized. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so scared of the police.
And they need to have fines. They need to also be fined as well. Like, these are your officers. You're responsible for them. You advocate.
That's the way it need to go. Y'all pay when they do wrong shit. Y'all pay. You cats need to right. Y'all need to take care of that shit. Otherwise, man, we need to. I don't know how do you fucking attack a police union, but they got to go. And I'm not
man. It's just
I'm not the smartest nigga, but I got a lot of friends. One of you cats got to know a good approach for this shit.
I agree. I agree, man, because it's getting out of control.
I was listening to the music in the background trying to see what it was. I couldn't tell. I was trying to name that song.
It's not. There you go. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, Joe, these cats, they need more accountability, and they need to. I think Aurora just needs to go.
Did you see?
Need to get rid of the whole fucking thing. It's all rotten.
Did you see? And this is really encouraging. In Minneapolis, this month they're gonna stop all police from doing any traffic stops. I mean, you got to be like riding up on a curb drunk or something. But for all other shit, broken taillights, all of that shit, they no longer get to stop motherfuckers.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's absolutely
no
amazing.
Victim, no crime shit that we talk about every day.
Right.
I'd have never thought I'd live to see. That's like a black president. I never thought I'd live to see that shit. That shit took me by surprise.
Yeah, that whole stupid if you got something in your window, you're getting it. What was that shit?
Crack tail light, Christmas tree ornament hanging from the fucking rearview mirror. Your license plate is covered a little bit by the frame that you got from the dealer 20 years ago.
License plate.
Yes, one of the lights is out, and then they looked into the stats. They said this is one of the reasons they stopped it is because I forgot 125 deaths out of some number were from traffic stops that the police dying. They were dying a lot from these dumbass traffic stops. I'd be more concerned with all the people you beat up and snatched out their car and locked up and snatched them, they busted their windows. I'm more concerned with all of that wrong you done. This guy reaching for his wallet. Oh, he got shot. I don't know what he got there. She was reaching for a purse. I told her don't move her hands. I'm more concerned that you got all these rules where a motherfucker gets stopped for a crack tail light and you end up murdering them. I wasn't concerned about the cops being murdered as much as that.
Right.
I've been saying stop these fucking traffic stops.
Yeah, that just make no point. I mean, and that's why I tell people, look, man, y'all gotta understand, traffic violations are not law breaking,
Right.
because that's why they have a DMV report and a criminal history report. Those two things are separate.
Right.
So when you, for instance, if they do a background check, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That doesn't require driving. They're not going to be like, oh, well, a ticket,
right,
for speeding. So what's
right,
up with that? You know, you
right.
know, and that's how you know when they
That
say,
is,
oh, well, you're breaking the. No, I'm not, bro. Like
it's a
that's a
money
traffic
grab.
violation.
It's a money grab. And
It's
they come up with
absolutely
as many of them as possible. It was a judge, one of these Supreme Court judges, I think, that said, listen, no human being could drive a day without breaking one of the many, many laws that are on the books. The driving laws that are on the book. It's not even a thing anymore. It's too many of them.
right.
And you know, the only way they proliferate like that is not because so many people out here driving so bad, people are dying. It's because they can come up with another not technicality. Oh, he touched the white yellow line. $500. He's playing his music too loud in the street. $500. They got $800 for that shit in the suburb next to me. They know us black
Wow.
motherfuckers play loud music. As soon as you cross over first gas station you pull into, $800-900 fine if you play loud music, because they don't want brothers in there. And for that matter, in those suburbs, there 95% white population, up to 95% of the tickets go to black people. They're trying to say, you niggas don't come through ours. If you gotta leave your neighborhood and your town, don't come through our suburb, nigga. Hit the expressway or
Right.
something. But if you come here, we will ticket you to no end. And you would think the system would correct itself as if it's giving 95% of tickets to 5% of the population. You got to have a system where red flags just go off and alarms and shit sound and it corrects itself. I shouldn't have to be out here filming a fucking cop. I feel like an idiot.
No, you're right, Aunt. You're right, Uncle Joe. You was absolutely right, man. It's just getting out of control, and that's why we need to get this George Floyd policing act passed immediately,
What's the
before
George
and I
Floyd
don't believe
policing at?
basically it bans qualified immunity, no knock warrants. It bans no illegal chokeholds.
Is that just in Denver or is it national?
Huh?
Is it just in Colorado or is it
No,
national?
we're talking about federally.
Wow.
This would be in every state.
Wow. They call it George Farm, George
Yeah.
Floyd.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, that's part of it. But the thing is, they want to pass it. Republicans want to pass it, but without qualified immunity. They want to keep qualified immunity on it,
No,
just pass
fuck
everything else on.
you. Suck me, blow me, suck my dick. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I bet they do want to pass it without that. That's the crutch. That's the key shit we need to get rid of. You'll
Yeah.
skip naked if we could pass it without
Man,
that. You'll
that's the
give me
meat
your
and the
wife.
potatoes right there, man.
Yes, right.
We gotta
Right.
have.
Then Kate out done fell out again. But you got the right kind, because I talk my ass off. Yeah, it looked like you're frozen, Kate out. Yeah, that's
There we
oh
go.
shit. You're back. I was about to go into well, I'll tell you exactly where you left off. You left off with that's
Okay.
the meat and potatoes. The
Yeah, the
qualified
meat.
immunity, that's the
Yeah,
meat and
man.
potatoes.
Absolutely, man. We gotta have that. We gotta have that. We gotta abolish qualified immunity. Simple as
That's
that.
like
That's
me
all.
telling you, listen, K dot, you gotta go to jail. And you telling me, cause you killed your wife. Hey, listen, I'll do community service. I'll buy you a new pair of Jordans, that PS5, and all of these things, as long as you don't go to jail. What, I'm gonna get sidelined? No, you got to go to jail. And then
Right.
after we go after those fucking that qualified immunity shit, we got to go after the bar, right? Those niggas create laws now, right? And
Right.
that's supposed to be left in the hands of the legislators. But
Right.
if the Supreme Court says something, we take it as law. I'm out there quoting it. Clinique was at 10 feet. I'm at least 20 feet away from him. I'm out there quoting it as if it's law. And,
Right.
and, and,
Right.
and they arrest people as if it's law. The fucking bar controls them. The bar creates fucking laws. They're too powerful.
And honestly, I think they also need laws specifically for law enforcement to hold them to a higher standard. So if you do commit murder as law enforcement, you should get more time. You know?
Agreed. What is that? Where is that? I hear that they should be held to a higher standard. I hear it come out of everybody's mouth. I don't ever see it occurring. In fact,
Yeah, that there
I
should be
was
laws on that. You know what I'm saying? Created on that. Like if you're some type of public safety and you're
yeah,
negligent, you
yeah.
you should be held. You should go to jail longer.
At least a quarter,
Cause yeah,
a quarter more time
exactly.
than the average citizen.
Than the average citizen, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, um, you were in the capacity
Yes, of
of a law
trusted
enforcement
position.
officer.
When
Yep.
you were held a trusted position, you weren't a fucking janitor, at the fucking Kmart or something. You chose to serve these people, which is why we told you can't even get offended when dealing with the public. These people are gods.
Right.
You can't even get in your feels about these people.
Right. Right.
You
And
must
they
be a
just
better person.
automatically feel like they get respect because they're the police.
They
No,
do, and
I don't think so.
this is sick too. It's not even just the police; any government official, right? If they
That's
go
true.
into a
That's
fucking
true.
into a what do you call it, a post office, and that person tells them City Hall, and one of those people come out, Bob. They don't even know what the fuck his position is. There, Bob come out and say he's on our property. They're not allowed to film here. And the police be like, hey, they say you're on the property, you're under arrest for trespass. Whoa, Bob, don't dictate shit. I don't give a fucking Bob put a sign in his fucking my building.
Right.
Bob don't run nothing. You
Right.
better go
Bob
by the
don't.
law.
Right. Right. Bob don't run nothing but his mouth. That's the
Uh,
only thing he runs.
yes, and you don't get paid to do that shit. Unless he's speaking
Right.
for me, motherfucker.
God damn it, you work for me. You're my servant. You know what I'm saying? You're the public servant, and you're going somewhere with that
Check
bullshit.
that out. Good girl. Check this shit out. George Floyd bill should also include immediate prosecution for police officers with mandatory public viewing of the court process and those fucking tapes too. They should come out immediately too, Ellie,
I
of the
agree.
court
Great.
process as they are public officials and should be viewed by the public very good.
I
Uh,
agree.
yeah.
That's a good. Great analysis, Ellie. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Uh,
That's a dope ass.
Yes, that's
Um,
part of the higher standard
yeah.
shit that we're talking about, right? If
Completely.
if
Ex Bootlicker says completely go back to the constitutional
oh,
sworn in sheriff deputies, abolish police department, sheriff's department should be held to the highest standard. I agree.
go
I
back to
agree.
the constitutionally sworn sheriff. I know little about that, right? Our sheriffs here, their jobs have been reduced. It was to moving prisoners around. That's the only time you saw Cook County sheriffs. And then it got so bad, either COVID or George Floyd or something. It got so bad. It had to be pre-COVID, certainly pre-George Floyd. But something that got so bad here, where they started hiring the sheriffs and letting them do regular police work. So normally we don't have cherries and berries here, just blues. So if you see red lights at a stop, it's probably the sheriff's doing the duties of a regular police. I don't know the sheriff in the fashion and terms, and I hear other people speak about how the sheriff runs shit and he does that. The sheriff has always been relegated to a minuscule position here.
I agree. I agree, man. And we just got to keep fighting and pay attention to y'all fucking elections because elections have consequences. And I'm not even talking about the federal elections. I'm talking about your
It can
local.
be talking about, yeah, federal shit, all that shit's bought, paid,
Yeah,
sold.
gotta pay attention. I mean, you gotta pay attention to the DAs because those are
Yeah,
motherfuckers is controlling locking you motherfuckers
right.
up. You
People say
know,
that,
for
and
real.
I hate the politics and all that, and I say it's false, but motherfuckers have a great argument, and I hear this a lot. But it works on a local level, Joe. It works on a local level. And I gotta believe that if my plumber can become, rule something, that's what I want. That's my fucking dream. If my fucking auto mechanic, if I see him as alderman for a few years or another position for a few years, and then go back to doing the automotive shit, I'll be happy. I can sit down.
That's a great question. 702. I don't think it's gonna happen because they don't have enough votes. For it. It's just sitting.
It's symbolic, and somebody was
That's what it's
just
doing,
trying
man.
to grandstand for someone else. Should be elected every 4 years, including
I
the
agree.
police. If you have complaints, you're off the ballot. I elected every 4 years, Ellie. I would add one caveat to that, and there must be a term limit. Because if you can get entrenched like a Nancy Pelosi and all that, and you end up being some of the richest people in the country off of being a politician, you know something is wrong. You only get X amount per year. I'm looking at you, and you have, you're someone of the richest women in America, and all you guys are some of the richest fucks. Uh, and I know what your salary is. That should tell me the system is wrong. So you give these guys election limits, and they know, I'm gonna go out here and do the best I can because I'm only gonna be here for 8 years max, and then I go back to doing what I do or whatever. But I'm gonna serve my people. Now it becomes an honorable thing, like it was meant to be.
Right, right.
Uh,
So we finna wrap it up. Joe, what's your last comments? Let me know what you got, man.
yeah,
What's your final thoughts?
my final thoughts would be, uh, our government has become God. These people, these bootlickers, to them, that is daddy, mommy, it is God. Fuck morals, fuck what you were taught to believe, fuck what the church say. These people are gods. So today, you, me, we battle. Small G gods, baby. All right, K Dot.
Yeah, yeah,
Love
yeah, yeah. All
to
right, my final thoughts are love you, Joe. Cool. Appreciate you being here on the show today. Like I said, we did a special edition outside. It was nice. Might as well just enjoy the weather. But my final thoughts are we're were you thought that we were so called difficult before, or we were trying to hold you more accountable before. You ain't seen shit yet. You ain't seen shit yet. Um, and at the end of the day, uh, we're gonna keep um, we're gonna keep you accountable. At the end of the day, go out there and record people. Record, record, record. Do not speak to police. Fucking record their ass and hold their ass accountable. Simple as that. Um, I appreciate y'all, man. Um, my computer's finna die, so I guess I gotta cut it short. But more cop videos coming. Also got I got the body worn camera videos ready to go. We just got to put them in there. I just got to figure out how I wanna show them as far as where to wear them because they're a bit all over the place. So look for those videos. Those are coming soon. When I got unlawfully arrested by Award PD. Becky, appreciate you. Uh, um, and so I want you guys to look for that video. That's going to be coming here pretty soon. It's going to be like an episode type of thing because there's a lot of body worn camera video of my arrest, and you'll get to see a whole lot of fucked up shit as far as how fucking disgusting APD is, and how I was treated. So those are coming pretty soon. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We got more audits. I'm going to be doing more audits with 719. Joe Cool will be out here hopefully next month. Hopefully I want to do some audits with Regan. More audits will Cut the Plastic. A few other people as well. Mexican Long here, definitely going to do some more videos with him. But yeah, guys, God bless you guys. You know what it is. Please support the channel right here at the description, down right here. Just follow it. if you love what I do, if you love what we do, in supporting this channel, please give to the channel at $ DJK.123. Cash App via Cash App. And support the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Appreciate you. And if you are, my day one's already been here. Appreciate you. All I ask you to do is share and hit the like button. Love you guys. More to come. Also, I'm gonna do some more interviews with the local talented artists in Colorado. Those videos are coming soon too. It's not all just about cop watching on my channel. We want to expand and grow a little bit on other things as well. So, because I want to give you other stuff that I want to give other people a chance as far as showcasing their talent, because I am a DJ and I do support our local artists and want to give them a platform to show off their music as well, or talents. Also, we're going to be interviewing more activists as well. Hopefully, more city or government officials. See where their heads is at. And also, I want to smoke with the police. I want all the smoke. So, if you feel froggy and you have a disagreement with what I say or how I conduct myself or view my content, if you want smoke, I invite you to the show. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a debate. So you'll get embarrassed, but let's have a debate. You'll lose, definitely, especially if you're a corrupt cop. So, love you guys. Please donate to the channel. Cash App, $DJK.123. That's again $DJK.123. It's your boy DJ K. Dot, and I'm out. One.